on his left and your right, tucked up underneath the rear wing of pole position man Alain Prost's turbocharged Renault, is Nelson Piquet. That's number 5, the Brazilian, of course, who finished in first place here last year and is second in the World Championship. There is the sign that the course is clear. The lights are red and green, and it's go for the Dutch Grand Prix. Crossed away well into the lead. Arnoux in second place, and that is Villeneuve, who has spun off at Tarzan corner. And before he has even reached the first corner on the first lap, Gilles Villeneuve looks as though he's been punted off the course. The Renaults are in first and second position, with Prost leading, Arnoux in second place, and then Jones and Piquet.
Well, I didn't see exactly what happened there with Villeneuve, but the start, Villeneuve made a very good start from well down the field. He's in about 10th to 12th place on the grid. And I think the starter threw the green very, very quickly for them. He's supposed to wait 6 seconds. That definitely wasn't 6 seconds after the red light goes on. And I think Villeneuve was ready. He made a good start, and of course he was therefore moving before the others, moving faster, and obviously was fighting to find his way through. But hopefully we'll see a replay in a minute.
Well, I don't know if the Renaults are operating to a race plan, but already Prost is pulling out the lead. Arnoux is definitely out. There is the replay.
Yes, well, unfortunately, they cut that replay in a little bit too late for us to see what actually happened. They didn't slow it down, so hopefully we'll see another one a bit later, but back to the race right now.
And we'll see whether Gilles Villeneuve comes through at the end of the first lap. And here is the end of the first lap with 71 to go. And it is Prost in the lead from Arnoux. And then it's Alan Jones in third position with Piquet fourth and Jacques Lafitte as they go into the right-hander at Tarzan, which is where Andrea de Cesaris spun off in practice. And by the way, de Cesaris, in the second of the 2 Marlboro MP4s, is a non-starter, and his place has been taken by Michele Alboreto, who was 25th fastest in practice. Arnoux second then, Jones third, Piquet fourth, Lafitte fifth, Reutemann sixth, and there it was either Andretti or Giacomelli in the Alfa Romeo with a very bent and twisted front wing, which of course will badly upset the aerodynamics of the car, make the handling very difficult. But Prost looks as though he is already stamping his personality on the race, as in lap 2 he goes through the Marlboro Bocht, that's the new fast chicane, and then on his way down towards Panorama, which is where a lot of well-meaning graffiti has to be cleaned off the course before practice could begin on the first day, because it would have interfered with adherence. And it's still Prost Renault on lap 2, with Arnoux Renault in second position on lap 2. And we are now obviously looking down at a replay of the start, and you can see how the 2 Renaults accelerated away. And watch for Villeneuve.
Yes, I was looking at that, Murray. I think it was the most unfortunate accident. Villeneuve was going quicker than those 2 cars, and he went to go between them, which seemed to be a reasonable thing to do, because there was a gap there when he started the manoeuvre, and the 2 of them just both moved together at the same time, and it did look to me like that was very much an accident. I couldn't see who the other 2 cars were, but I don't think that it was reasonable to expect that they could both see him at the right time beside them. So I think that's just an unfortunate accident in the way that they can happen at the start.
Well, you saw that, one of the Talbots in the pits. I don't know which one it was. I'm frantically looking down pit lane now to see if I can identify, but I can't see the car number, so I don't know. And meantime, Pironi is in the pits. So it's a disastrous race for Ferrari already, with Villeneuve off on the first lap, Pironi in on the third lap, and Prost is still leading with Arnoux, and a bunch tight up behind René Arnoux in second place, led by Alan Jones, the world champion in the Williams. Look at it. And it's Piquet still in fourth position. Jacques Lafitte, so it must have been Torbay into the pit.
Yes, well, it's as usual, apart from the Renaults in front, we've got all the relevant people in the World Championship pulling up, and Jones has pulled out behind Arnoux, and amazingly enough, he's matching him down the straight. Jones is through, and Piquet's having a go as well. But Piquet can't quite do it. Well, that is a turn-up that Jones in the Williams has managed to actually pass. I said earlier, that corner onto the straight was very critical. Jones is obviously quicker through it than Arnoux, but to do that was really most impressive for straight-line speed. So Jones is now in a very enviable position as far as Piquet and the Beat are concerned, because he's managed to deal with one of the turbos. He's pulling away a huge lead already. Arnoux undoubtedly holding up the other cars behind him who haven't got the same straight line speed. There goes Prost. Jones will now, I'm quite sure, catch Prost pretty quickly, but it'll be interesting to see if he can do the same thing again and actually get past Prost in the same way that he passed Arnoux. I was quite surprised to see him be able to come alongside and then hold it down the straight and actually, in fact, edge ahead.
Well, now, listeners to Channel 9 in Australia will justifiably be all agog, because the world champion's got ahead of Arnoux and Piquet. With the Piquet was behind him, he's got ahead of Arnoux. And now, can he close the gap between himself and Alain Prost, the Frenchman, who is leading as they go out of Panorama? And they are now on lap 4, out of 72, across the line. And the gap between Prost and Alan Jones, with now Piquet coming up to take Arnoux. Now this is very significant indeed, and Jacques Lafitte having a go on the inside of Tarzan. So Arnoux then is down to 4th position behind his teammate, the leader, Prost, behind Alan Jones in 2nd place. Piquet, the new 3rd place man that we're looking at now, who was, of course, very, very quick in practice. Nelson Piquet, indeed, 3rd fastest in practice behind the 2 turbocharged Renaults. By the way, Nigel Mansell has disappeared out of the race this early. John Watson is in 8th position behind Mario Andretti, who is 7th, Carlos Reutemann, who is 6th, Jacques Lafitte, who is 5th, Nelson Piquet, who is in 4th position, René Arnoux, who is 3rd, and we are looking at the 2nd place man, Alan Jones, with the leader, Alain Prost. And the gap between Prost, the leader, and Alan Jones at the end of the previous lap, at the end of lap 4, was 2.94 seconds. And we wait as Piquet is easing away just a foot at a time from René Arnoux, the new 4th place man, for Prost and Jones. And here they come. 2.94 seconds was the gap. And the gap now, as Alan Jones passes me, is 2.77 seconds.
Arnoux, Lafitte, und dahinter Reutemann, Watson, Andretti, der hinter Watson zurückgefallen ist, das war zu erwarten, weil der Alfa Romeo sicherlich in den Kurven sehr schlecht auf der Straße liegt, einfach weil die Schnauze des Wagens verbogen ist. Die Frage, was Andretti jetzt machen wird, ob er versuchen wird, mit dem Wagen über die Runden zu kommen, möglicherweise auch mit schlechteren Rundenzeiten, oder ob er es riskiert, einen Boxenstopp einzulegen und die Schnauze zu wechseln. Aber ein solcher Boxenstopp dauert erfahrungsgemäß immer etwas länger als zum Beispiel ein Reifenwechsel. Andretti liegt momentan also noch an 8. Stelle. In den Boxen ist jetzt auch Derek Daly mit dem March Startnummer 17. Arnoux gegen Lafitte. Reutemann kommt jetzt etwas näher heran. Piquet. Arnoux, der gerade in den Rückspiegel geschaut hat. Lafitte und Reutemann. Prost führt mit einem Schnitt von 182 km pro Stunde, 2,9 Sekunden vor Jones, 4,7 vor Piquet, 4,9 vor Arnoux, 5,2 vor Lafitte, 7 Sekunden vor Reutemann. Alain Prost ist der schnellere der beiden Renault-Fahrer, das hat man heuer schon sehr oft gesehen. Frage...
Hold on to it. There is Prost circulating now, reasonably comfortably. Jones isn't catching him that quickly, but Prost will certainly have to work very hard to just maintain that small lead that he's got, let alone build it.
Alan Jones won the Dutch Grand Prix in 1979, and he really, there's Derek Daly. He's obviously out of the race, of course. I said he had come in. We didn't see him come in. but the